This year, something has changed. Facial recognition surveillance is on the rise. Big Brother Watch has been investigating and campaigning against the rise of facial recognition surveillance since the beginning, but this year we've witnessed an explosion in its use. This year the Met Police has already deployed live facial recognition over 30 times. We've been hard at work attending these deployments, observing wrongful stops and shining a light on these practices. This month, the European Parliament passed laws to rein in the use of live facial recognition.
You will not be allowed to do a facial recognition on CCTV live streams, except for the authorities in very, very restricted circumstances. For example, when there is a case of terrorism or if you're looking for a victim of kidnapping.
Meanwhile, during the spring budget, Chancellor Jeremy Hunt announced that 230 million will go to the UK police forces to deliver pilot schemes of police technology like facial recognition. By choosing to turn innocent members of the public into walking barcodes, the government is diverging from our democratic allies and following in the footsteps of authoritarian states like China and Russia. So what is driving the change? And what does society really think of having AI-powered cameras parked up on their high streets, scanning their faces and their family members and neighbours' faces too? Today, I'm at a live facial recognition deployment in Lewisham to find out. What do you think people will feel, as they're subjected to that, just going about their day-to-day lives?
Well, yeah, I mean, first of all, this process is kind of like an inversion, right? Of normally, you're innocent until proven guilty, you're presumed innocent. This kind of presumes suspicion, right? Just by the very nature of the technology, right? In terms of how I think local residents feel about it, well, someone that I know was walking by earlier and they came up to me and they said, why didn't I know about this? I didn't know anything about this. And their friend was also like, why haven't we been told about this? So in terms of this sort of feeling of this lack of consent, and as far as I know, we still live in a country that where we have policing by consent. It's quite an important tradition that a lot of people feel very strongly about.
Innocent people walking down the street, they're all having their faces scanned by the police. Do you feel okay about that?
No, I feel unsafe. Not that I've got anything to hide, but the freedom for, to live as human without being monitored or being, your face being checked as, oh, she's just passed, we know where she is. There's other ways, if they're looking for someone, there's other ways.
I feel with the UK GDPR, legally, you're supposed to, get people's confirmation or consent, to hold their information in the first place. So the fact that we haven't known about this, and if this is going on, is that not a breach of GDPR in a certain type of way?
You might be asking, is this even legal? No legislation has ever been passed in the UK legitimising the use of facial recognition. The police are justifying its use under common law.
Just to be clear, there is no specific legislative authority for the deployment of this technology.
No, there isn't, but looking at Bridges and the Bridges appeal judgments, they found that common law was sufficient to be able to deploy that technology, and that's what we're following.
I'm practicing common law, okay, and I run and work under common law jurisdiction, okay?
What does that mean? Are you content with the level of notice that you were given about the use of this technology in the borough, and are you happy with the level of transparency that the police are, operating, with as they use it?
Not at all. Like I said, it's been 2 weeks notice that we've been given, and after we had a briefing last week from police officers, we were not able to ask all the questions that we wanted to ask.
People, you see, they're not even aware, and you can't be comfortable without, you can't do this kind of thing without you being advised or consequential.
It's a good thing to catch criminals
that
have been proven that are skip bail or whatever.
Yeah.
Isn't that a good use of... I hate AI, by the way, but I think that's a good use of it. But you're worried about it being misused?
Yeah, I'd say we're worried about the impact on innocent people's privacy. We're worried about it being misused. We're worried about it being upscaled. We're worried about the kind of discrimination angle because the algorithms are often biased against.
AI is racist. It's been proven. So yeah.
We saw someone get stopped as a result of being matched on the system against the watch list. I think, quite a traumatic experience for that person. They were not actually wanted by the police. So that kind of goes against what some police have been telling us, that the only people that are on the watch list are the people that are actively wanted by the courts or by the police.
Our goal is to put an urgent stop to live facial recognition surveillance in the UK. If we don't act now, this technology could be used in every aspect of our lives, and privacy and anonymity could become rights of the past. Big Brother Watch is a small, non-profit with only 7 full-time staff. Now, more than ever, we're counting on your donations to win the fight against facial recognition. Support our work by clicking on the link in the description, and if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, and leave a comment. Thank you for standing up for freedom.